One is Iris.
A ona je 42-ročná, tá veľká.
44 už.
44.
His older daughter is 44 years old, and the younger daughter is 30.
A Amit je
and the boy is,
30.
the son is 36.
Yeah.
I seem to know more.
You do, yes, and all born in Israel.
Yes.
Yes, they're all born in Israel. He comes from Slovakia, from Spišská, Nová.
Yes.
And do you have grandchildren?
3 grandchildren.
Yes.
He's got 3 grandchildren.
The next generation.
Yes.
Lovely.
And the eldest one is already in the army now. She's 19.
Oh,
And
goodness.
her name is Limor, am I right?
Limor.
Limor. And the next one is a boy, and he is 15, going to be 16 in March, and he is, his name is Saki. He's still at school. And the youngest daughter is, I think,
16. Je 16.
no, the youngest daughter is 14, and her name is Yarden.
No, meine Sekretärin.
Yeah.
In
Spišská,
Spišská.
Nová.
Yes.
Yes. Ten obrazok máš tiež.
Fine looking building.
And this is Mr. Goldstein, isn't it?
It is, yes.
To je ten rabí.
A kto je ten pán?
I don't know. Who is the gentleman next
Otto Kohn, and he was the brother of.
Yes, somebody was in London as well.
This was not a Czech memorial scroll. This came directly from Otto Kohn, from his sister. But we do in our congregation have 2 Czech memorial scrolls, both from the Czech Republic,
Oh, I
both
see.
from Bohemia.
Yes.
Špeciálne neviem. Ja viem, že bol tam ten Arpad Rauchberger, náhodou tu je jeho dcera.
He's got a photograph of his daughter.
Yes, the daughter. Mauzi.
Can you?
Oh, I didn't know there were any
To
children.
je dcera od Arpada.
That's
On
Arpad's
býval,
daughter.
on býval oproti nám. My
They
sme
lived
na...
opposite
Can you
him.
hold it to the camera?
Ja som...
Yes.
Well,
Was
maybe-
that a daughter of a first marriage, or was that Sylvia?
Je to, well, I don't, je to od tej Sylvie, dcera, alebo je to
Tak keď
prvého
tá
manželstva.
Sylvie bola
V
manželka
36. sa oženil.
s
Yes,
tou
must be,
Sylvou, tak
must
to
be.
je dcera od...
We have a photo
Ale
of Sylvia.
ako prišli k nemu tieto, lebo on v
To bolo
podstate...
medzi jeho vecmi, snáď to zachránil.
Tak
keď to
počkaj.
vyšiel.
V podstate on nebol pobožný človek.
Basically, he was not a religious person. It could well be, it's just assumed that maybe he tried when he escaped and went to the partisans that he somehow tried to save them and took them with him or something, because his personal ones, they wouldn't have
On
been.
osobne
It would have
jeho
been his
rodina.
own.
Are they big? Verga from the
Si
same
komen
family.
Svatý Mikuláš. Svatý Mikuláš.
I knew them, and his wife is in an old, as far as I know, in an old people's home, but I think completely gaga already.
But
To
also
je
from
tá
Spišská.
Sylvie.
Also,
Yes, from the same family.
This
From
is
the same-
Sylvie.
this is Sylvie in London, and Otto, her brother. But she is now dead. She
Well, they
died.
Ona
married in
ešte žije,
1936, so that's
Yes.
well before the war, isn't
They
it?
did.
So they,
We have their marriage certificate.
Ona je
excuse me.
Arpad Rauchberger. Čo je to? Továrnik.
Hej, hej.
Továrnik Spišská Nová Ves.
Ves.
Čo je to druhé slovo to? Paňský, alebo čo? Továrnik.
And this,
Kamensky niečo, nie?
Aha.
Oni mali nejaký
Yes.
Yes,
some
yes.
price of your later, but at the same time I'm very glad you are interested in it. I thank God that my memory is still working well. And
To píše, to Maňa
Maňa.
písala. Maňa písala. Tak keď ona, kedy to písala?
teraz.
and the doctor has a sister living here.
Did, and I wanted to
Erika,
give a talk on
prelož
it.
to. This is es waren 2 Klassen in Spišská Nová Ves.
They were only-
Jüdische Schule, die ist entstanden im Ersten Weltkrieg 1913. Hat man sie angefangen bauen.
The Jewish elementary school.
Volksschule.
Yes, in 1933.
13. Prvej svetovej vojny.
1913. So
13.
the First World War.
Boli
was-
položené
they-
základy
they-
na
yes, they put the
budovanie
foundation stones.
für die jüdische Schule.
Yes, and
Das war dort 2 Klassen.
there were only two
Class.
Class.
classes, yes. In the primary school, I should
Das
say.
war
Yes.
in,
The first
in,
and the second, and both age groups up to the age of 10. when
na
they
jednom poschodí to
was on
bolo.
the same floor, on one floor.
A tam bola cvičebná sieň, záchody,
Gymnázium.
riaditeľská izba, učiteľská izba, alebo riaditeľ. Riaditeľ bol Martin Sekereš.
I see, musíte to napísať.
Martin Sekereš, director of the first director of the Jewish school. Martin Sekereš.
So that was the first elementary
Sekeres.
Jewish school, founded in 1913.
Aber-
There were only two classes on the first floor and the gymnasium, and
Do you spell this?
Sekeresh.
that you'll have to...
Sekereš. Martin.
Napíš to, či to nevieš napísať. SZ? S.
Oh,
So they took, he took the scripture or
Doktor
religious studies, this is a rabbi.
Rosenstein.
Rosenstein.
Rosenstein. Oh,
And I don't
Bachelor.
know
Čo?
who the headmaster, kto to je tu?
Körös bácsi.
Oh, his gentleman's name is
My
Curtis.
first teacher.
He was a teacher, headmaster, everything.
A on zahynul so mnou v koncentráku, bol so mnou v
He went to
koncentráku.
the concentration camp to Auschwitz, but
A
he
Todemarš.
perished.
Todemarš nevládali ďalej a ho
They
zastrelili.
had to march there and he collapsed on the journey.
A ho zastrelili
Yeah.
na ceste, takže vlastne
Yes.
and his name again?
Curtis.
David Körös.
Kurish.
Curtis.
Kurish.
Ja jej napíšem, jak to sa...
Brun. B-R-U-N.
Učiteľka na...
She was for handcraft. Handicraft.
Anchild.
That's wonderful.
Tak to bol, povedz, že rabín zomrel ešte v Spišskej Noesi v roku 39-40, také niečo, alebo 40-41, ako
He died still a normal death because they wanted to come for his daughter, the Nazis, and
Prišli,
the Slovak Nazis.
Yes.
Because they
Linka
not all of
Yes.
them, many of them worked with the
jak
Germans.
otvoril dvere a videl ich v uniformách dostal.
So when he saw the uniform, when they came, he got a heart attack and he died.
Tak ešte sme ho,
And his brother committed suicide because
tak ešte sme ho
they went to him
pochovali,
and stole his Auschwitz too.
slušne sme ho pochovali. Celá židovská komunita sa zúčastnila.
Usual way.
On bol jediný rabín židovskej náboženskej obci v Spišskej Noesi. Lebo boli tam vlastne dve obce, bola ortodoxná a neologná. A tá synagóga, čo ona má ten obraz od nej, to je jediná synagóga. Potom tí ortodoxní, oni vlastne nepochádzali z Noesi, angekomene. To boli tí ortodoxní židia, čo prišli z východu.
So in Spišská Nová they really had, they've got different differentiations here in the Jewish religion in England. In Czechoslovakia there's only Orthodox or Neolog, which means the Orthodox or the more liberal ones.
Or sort of conservative.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But they only had the one synagogue. So they had it for the less
Like the neolog.
religious ones, the
Yes.
neologs. But the other ones, the Orthodox, came from the east, more from which is now the Ukraine.
Yes.
And they
Yeah.
were more religious, so they
Munkač.
came there, so they shared it for a time, but then they had
Tam bola veľká
they had their
ortodoxná.
own, they had their own then.
A
because
tí
they
sa
were-
There were
nemodlili.
two synagogues in it.
Potom mali
Nie,
svoje
oni
vlastné.
mali štibele.
Oh, a Steve.
Štibele.
I see, I
Tí
see.
ortodoxní sa boli aj dve šochet.
Yes, the shochet. For the, yeah, for the meat.
How do you call it in English?
Shochet. Shochet.
Scheuchet.
Yeah.
Because in English they pronounce various things
Yeah,
differently.
but we call it a shochet also, yes,
do.
yeah.
Boli dve neologi, mali svojho,
The less religious ones had their own.
a
and the other ones,
ortodoxni
the
mali
Orthodox,
svojho
yes,
šojcheta.
yes.
A ten šojchet, ten ortodoxný, tak u ňoho sa on bol aj ten forbeter, kantor, a on
The
bola
Orthodox one, he
šojchet.
knows everything.
The same man was the
Yes,
the,
yes, for the
Šochet,
biscuit and the
rabi, and on. Že on robil všetky
Yeah.
tie
Did
náboženské. A oni sa modlili v štýbelech.
I see.
Oni mali štýbelech. Oni nevošli do neologického.
No, they didn't enter the other one. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. They have their own.
So cool.
They can be very awkward even.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
A oni prišli tak z východu, z Podkarpatskej,
Yes,
z
as I said, which is now the
Mukačeva.
Ukraine now, but it's a part of Czechoslovakia which used to be called Little Russia, but it was Czechoslovakia. And it's now
Povedz takto,
around to-
vysvetli takto. Spiš, Cips.
This
Spiš
county,
region.
this is Spiš, this area.
Cips.
This is a certain county, like we have
Malé
counties.
malé dedinky, Spišské Potrade, Spišské Vlachy, Spišské Štvrtok a
All these
Spišská
little,
Sobota.
little villages belong to this
Malé
one
dedinky,
area. you see.
ale v každej dedinke, v každej obce si mala židovskú obec. 2 rodiny, 3 rodiny,
In every
4
one of
rodiny.
these little villages,
Si
and they're
mala
tiny villages, you had 1 or 2 families.
5 families a všade. A mali aj najmenšie, aj keď boli len 5 rodiny, mali kostoly.
Even if there were only 5 people, 5 families there, they had a little steeple or
Sa
whatever.
tam
Yes,
modlili.
yes.
Oh,
Tak sme povedali, tu je Spišská Nová Ves. A tu je Bratislava.
That's where I come.
Excuse me,
it's down here somewhere.
Bratislava.
Where is it?
Should be down by the.
Tu je
Down by
Spišská
the
Nová.
Danube.
That was a
Že tam bola najstaršia ješiva.
the oldest
Stamať
yeshiva.
pochádzali, stamať vyšli najväčší rabíni v Európe. Z celej Európy prišli sa.
The most famous rabbis were there in the yeshiva and came from there.
Svetochýrny, a to je bolo pri Spišskej Novej Si. Medzi Kežmarok. Nepočula, to je tu.
That's the name of the yeshiva or the place?
Hunsdorf.
Hunsdorf.
Of Germany. Of Germany,
Alright.
Hunsdorf. Of Slovak Huncovce. Huncovce. Tam bola najchýrnejšia, najväčšia ješiva, tam tí najlepší rabíni pochádzali. Kde sme Spišská Nová Ves, a tu je Spišský Vrchov, Spišský Štvrtok, Švabovce, Vlkova, Huncovce, a please here. Here.
Cemetery, the nicest one, Jewish one, and of course they
Huncovce.
demolished it all and they
yes,
ruined it all
yes.
because they worked with the Germans.
Yes.
Well, that is the reason why we all came, because
Yeah.
although we are very stupid and we go there for holidays, the mountains are so beautiful.
Well, it is, it's a
And for
lovely
us,
country.
it is so favorable because the currency, they are repairing everything now.
Ministers,
Government and the government
Yeah.
and also Jewish people from outside give money, and it's being renewed again.
Oh, good.
Made into a museum.
Teraz sa to robí, teraz sa to pracuje.
Yes, yes.
To bol Talmud Chuchem.
All right. Talmud scholar.
No, on bol žiak, vyznamenaný žiak, on sa učil v ješiva.
He was,
Jak sa volá, Shani Langer.
he was the
Shani Langer.
exceptional.
Langer, Alexander Langer.
Oh,
Alexander Lange.
Shani, no.
Shani.
Langer. Potom ešte jeden Simcha Katz.
The Simon, I suppose.
Simche Katz.
Simcha.
The son of the Shoichet.
Ah,
right.
son of the Shoichet. A on sa tam učil v tej ješive.
And the Shochet's name, do you
Katz.
know? That was Katz.
And second Shoichet, Lazar.
Lazar.
Moshe
Like
Lazar.
Fiddler on the Roof. Lazar.
Moshe Lazar. Cantor.
Yes.
Very good. And here sein children.
His children are on the photograph.
This is Manya Lazar, daughter of the Shoichet Cantor. Voorbeter. Cantor, the voorbeter. Shoichet. Manya Lazar, das ist Mausi Rauchwerker. Here not. Here. Das ist der Sohn Moshe Katz of the Orthodox Shoichet. Orthodox Shoichet. Gizi Katz is the daughter of the 10, mala si 10 děti.
He had about 10 children. They all had these.
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Že tam bola strašná
They didn't have television in those days, did they?
Ovec, ja jej teraz chcem
Also didn't
jeden
have
tragický
birth
obraz ukázať, veľmi smutný, že židovské dieťa ide do školy bose, lebo taká chudoba tam bola.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but he said there were poor children, Jewish children, who didn't even have shoes, went to school barefoot.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
In the villages, you know, we are not
Yes.
aware of these facts really. I mean, you know,
Že bola tam rodina, ktorá sa volala Jäger.
it was a
Jägerova.
family called Jäger, and they were so poor, the child had to walk
Že
far
tam
to
bolo asi
work.
12 detí
There
v
were
jednej
12
izbe,
children in one room.
že ani jedno papršlik slnka tam nevošiel.
They were very, very poor.
A tí boli strašne chudobní, že otec od zúfalosti, otec tých detí
Some of this-
spáchal
The father of the family was so desperate because he didn't know how to feed them anymore. He committed suicide.
Oh, what a terrible
že nemal
story.
deťom čo dať
He
jesť.
didn't know what to do.
Koň mu zdochol.
The horse died.
Children
Yes.
horse.
Yeah. Oh,
Tak
yeah.
nemohol sa vyriešiť ten problém, komu kúpiť jedlo. Koňovi, čo ho vyžíval, ale to nedá nie tomu a nie tomu.
This was his only way out.
That's a terrible.
Ja.
And what happened to the children?
A ty-
Were they
Ich
Ich
deported?
riešenie išli do Auschwitzu. Celá rodina.
The whole family went to Auschwitz and perished.
Did they?
Išli do Auschwitzu.
That's
Celá
so
rodina.
sad.
S tým transportom, čo som vlastne ja
Same
mal.
transport as he went.
A so, ty si,
April 1942.
tak tu máš napríklad toto Shoicheta, Erne Lazar, Edith Lazar, tam bolo asi 5 dcer a jeden syn u toho Shoicheta, Lázara, Mojše Lázar. On nás vyučoval aj náboženstvo. Rabín niekedy nás vyučoval náboženstvo, ale väčšinou on nás vyučoval, lebo rabín to už bolo trochu.
Rabbi had too much to do, so he used
To
to give
nebolo
them
pre
even,
ňoho.
religious tuition.
Oh, did he?
He's alive after the Holocaust.
Who is that?
Oh.
Who's that?
He himself stayed alive
Z toho
after the
obraz.
Holocaust.
Čo?
Ešte niekto mimo teba?
Hej. Ale on zomrel teraz pred 2 rokmi.
Ale kto?
Ten, ironicky to povedám, pán Boh. Ten Fritz Deutsch.
The one boy. One boy.
Jewish boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aber
Only one.
Nazi.
He looked like a Jew.
Ironisch.
Oh, so he was blonde and.
Blonde.
That's
Yeah.
yes. But
Hitler,
he was the
povedz,
only one.
že Hitler mal na tej strane jeho bežok. Však?
Yes, he looked like Hitler. He had the
Oh.
I hear,
Yes.
Yes.
He looked
Hitler
like, but
is-
this was the only Jewish child that was survived plus him.
A teraz nech sa pozrie, to je židovský chlapec, volá sa Fritz Deutsch.
His name is Fritz.
Fritz Deutsch.
But he died now.
A má frizuru od Hitlera.
Yes.
A ten zomrel pred 2 rokmi v Bratislave.
He
3
died
rokmi.
2 years ago in Bratislava.
To sú tu 3 triedy. Sme zostali na živote. Po holokaustu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all.
Koľko detí bolo dohromady?
Neviem, tak spočítaj, ako to je.
Only 5 children stayed alive out of 3, 4, 5, 6.
To je len
14, 15, 16,
1, 2, 1, 2.
Out of 35 children, only 5 stayed alive.
A to všetko išlo do Auschwitzu in einem Familientransport.
In a family transport.
A teraz tu 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's one form.
5, 6.
6 remained from
From
the
that.
second form.
To je tá vyššia treda a ostatné
That's his
všetko.
brother's form. They are here.
To je učiteľka. It's a very nice lady, teacher. To bola tiež veľká rodina.
Was a big family, but
Ten žije dneska Košice. Košice.
He came from or he went to?
Odkiaľ on pochádza?
niekde on býva teraz.
V Košiciach, ale
Now
pochádza
he-
zo Spišskej
He
Novej.
comes from Spišská Nová Ves, but he lives in
Oh, he
Košice.
lives
He
in
lives there
Košice
now.
Košice.
Yes.
Z doktor in
Now,
Košice.
can I
Partizan.
Partisan, yes.
Yeah. Und sie, Mausi Rauchwerger. Manja Schwarz, she is in Spišská Nová Ves. 89 years. 90.
Margaret.
Margit.
Margaret.
Teitelbaum.
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 90.
90 this year.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know her birthday? Do you know the date she was born? It was 1911. Which month her birthday?
Povedz jej, no.
You don't. Fair enough. Because we could see
No,
her.
here is I'm this original.
Yes. Thank
give.
you. Thank you. Very precious. Poor, no shoes.
This brother. This
Oh.
brother.
Oh.
The tragic look.
Yes. Yes. Hungry, I expect.
Hungry.
Yes.
Na pomoc v našom meste, že bohatí pomáhali chudobným.
did you ask whether they
Yes,
Was
think
there
it-
welfare
yes.
for the very poor?
Nakoľko ja sa pamätám, že nebola taká, že nebolo.
we're talking about pre-war
Yes.
and during the war, and there was no such
Že
thing. There's a new
nebolo. Ale
thing
keď
that
niekto
happened.
súkromne chcel
Yeah.
napríklad,
If somebody
Yeah.
did individually help,
individuálne.
But I wondered if the Jewish community.
Sometimes in
Ale
Jewish communities.
Help.
myslím, ja som
he doesn't know. He was only a child.
Yeah, of course, of
When
course.
the war
Purim.
broke out, he was
Purim.
9. When he went to concentration camp, he was 12.
Yeah, yeah.
He really doesn't
či ona
know.
rozumie, čo je to šlachmúnes.
Do you understand what the word
Schlachmones?
I don't know what it is.
Na Purim,
Yeah, at Purim,
a v Purim
you give
sa dávajú
the gelt.
darky, sa
Yeah, they
Oh,
give
he
give
gave
gelt.
donations.
Yeah.
sa podávajú darky.
So probably
Šlach matana.
Schlachmatan.
Šlach pošli,
to send.
matana prezent.
Ah, right, gifts.
Yes.
Gift. Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me just a moment.
Oh, and Sukkot as well. Presents at Sukkot.
O ja, for the... Čo?
Sukot tiež dáte dárky? Na Sukot tiež dáte
Nie, nie.
Yeah.
Šlach matanot, šlachmunes. To
Schlachmones.
je a mitzve.
Yes.
A mitzve.
Yeah. And at Purim and Hanukkah, or just Purim.
No,
Purim.
Just
Purim.
That's interesting. Yes.
Different
Yes.
custom.
Yes.
just Purim. For einst den for second.
Mm.
Šlachman. My family Norwich, 7 brothers.
Yes.
So,
A lot of children.
Maybe. The synagogue is
1898.
mm.
1899.
finished.
Yes.
Mm.
It was quick.
Here, not no, please. Much here. That's better. That's better.
Oh, lovely.
Zipporah.
Zipporah. Oh, it's a biblical name. Zipporah.
But her name was really Francis.
Sure.
Franziska была она.
Oh, that's my name.
Francis Zipporah.
Fradl. Fradl. Fradl.
Fanny.
Yeah.
Fanny.
Be Fradl in
Yeah.
Hebrew.
And father Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Menachem of Hebrew.
Mm.
Emmanuel. Morganbesser. To je tam Europa. His mother.
Jak stara bola mamička vtedy, myslíš?
Tak zahynula, keď bola v 44.
Ja neviem, jak stara bola.
40.
She died when she was in her 40s.
Did she?
So she must have been...
Seven sons.
She wasn't recording that.
This
How
was my husband
stupid.
who was check on me here.
How
Oh,
stupid.
yes. Yes. Yeah.
My husband was liberal Jewish. This was Alexander Shani.
Shani.
Or Samuel, not Alexander.
Samuel.
Samuel. And he was the eldest brother, born in 1912, and he was a doctor,
Yes.
Oh,
a surgeon. But he committed
yes.
suicide in the hospital, injected
Very
himself when the
dashing.
Germans came for him. He was scared.
Yes.
This one was taken to Majdanek. He was an electrician. He was born in 1914, and that happened in 1942. And they took him to the camp and
He's
perished.
died
And this one here works at the Weizmann Institute of Science. And during the war, he was with the partisans in the woods fighting. This one here, that his name is Yehuda Marikovsky. And this here was Willem. Yes. This one here is Kobe Jacob. And he is now in a kibbutz in Shomrat near Akko. Yes. And he was during the war working for a farmer in the stables under a different name.
Yeah.
He's now in a kibbutz,
Yes.
Shomrat. This here was Nick, the gentleman I lived with. Yes.
When he was young.
Oh, what a handsome man.
He was
Gorgeous.
B-O-A-C.
See, yeah.
And
He looks like sort of Douglas Fairbanks type,
Yes,
you know, that you see in the films.
very good looking, yes. He came here to England and was in the Czech army. So he was lucky he saved himself. He was a student in Prague, the war broke out and he managed to
get
escape.
out, yes.
This one here is Theobald, or his name is
Theodor.
Theodor. What is his name? Avi, jak se teraz jmenuje? Abraham, that's right. And he's 2 years older than Walter.
Oh, yes.
And he works in a hospital as a radiographer. And this is Walter, who was in the concentration camp from 1942 for 4 years until he was liberated by the Russians. And then these here, these four emigrated to Israel after the war.
Oh, did they?
Father survived,
Yes.
but mother didn't.
Ja ukážem ten David Köröš, ten školský obraz, čo je. On ma pripravoval na bar mitzva. On ma
This
učil.
teacher that he showed you, and he's going to show you the photograph when you come to Israel, he was the one who prepared you for the bar.
Sidur.
Yes. Yes.
To je modlitebná kniha.
Oh, that's the prayer book.
Yeah, the Siddur. We call it the same.
Yes, he has to explain
To je
to me now.
modlitebná kniha. čo on mi tam napísal Widman,
No, he
Habachur Yom Tov Ben Menachem
he
Morganbesser,
donation.
ten mi s dušou krásne písmo mi napísal. Shabbat Bet de Chanukah.
Oh, really?
Na Chanukah to było? Really? I just turned the heating.
Matriculation.
Matriculation. This one.
Yeah.
The eldest.
Yes, he has a surgery.
We
Tu je
used to have
18-ročný,
He's
17.
18.
we used to have matriculation here.
Very
We
nice.
used to, that's right.
Yeah.
Because now it's all levels and A levels.
Yes. Or GCSE.
GCSE.
Oh, yes.
To je tiež on.
The same boy. The same boy.
Yes.
I'll put them down.
Yeah,
Is that easy? Boy.
Yes, but that's the film star one that you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oops, I get it in. So this is Nick.
Well, this is, but is that a different one?
It looks
A to sú
a little bit
originály.
older.
Yeah.
To sú tie samé, čo si ukázal, nie? To sú takto.
To sú originály. A to som tu našiel.
They rented a flat there.
Yes. Yeah.
So the relations before the war, before the
I think
Nazis.
people before the war, I mean, look, we had friends of all denominations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we as children didn't really know. I mean, I had Jewish girlfriends who had Christmas trees
Yes.
and celebrated Christmas with everybody and so on. And nobody asked what you were or how you were. We were so happy together and it couldn't care less. And it really only happened during this occupation of the
Yes.
Nazis that we became aware of
Povedzte
who was
pani,
what.
Yes.
že pani Kežmarská,
Yes,
ona bola Nemka,
yes.
ale bola najlepšia kunde, sie war die beste Kunde von
And
meinem
the
Vater.
person who really sent him to concentration, the mother of this chappie, was the best customer of his father. He made all her costumes, all her suits.
Že sme si v harmonii tá žili, to
They
neboli Židia,
lived happily together, like they do in Yugoslavia. They used to all live well together. Now you've got
Yes.
the Muslims and the Catholics.
It's
and,
unbelievable.
I mean, it's unbelievable what politics can do.
Yes.
I always felt that religion is a moral code and that people should live nice together. Being with the Red Cross, people helping people.
Yes.
And we are Nová, and we visited and spoke to the mayor, and he's an extremely nice person. And he asked him that the synagogue is no longer there, but there should be some sort of memorial
Yes.
put up in memory of those who were there.
That's what
And
we
he
would
said
like to
he'll
see.
see what he can do.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good.
Yes.
And Rabbi Goldstein has met the Slovak ambassador.
And he's coming to dinner with us tonight.
Is he?
Ah.
Oh, well, mention Rabbi Goldstein.
No,
Yes.
Rabbi Goldstein.
But wait a minute, when did he meet him?
November.
Oh no, this is a new one.
Is there another one
That's a
since
new one.
November?
She's-
Oh.
Where do you live now? He said, I live now in Israel. Oh, he said, so you emigrated there, yes. So he said, give me your name. And he told him the whole story about the family. And this priest, on the following Sunday, at Mass, he said that he had a visitor here from Israel. The name was so-and-so and so-and-so. And he wished to be remembered. If anybody in the community still remembers the family, would they please come forward? And the lady came forward and said that she was the nurse when his brother was a surgeon. She was his assistant, a nurse. And would he please give the address and answer him? And she would write to him,
Yeah.
which she did. And when he came the next time, she waited for him at the station. And she asked him to stay at her place, which he did, I think only 1 or 2 nights, and then he went to a hotel. But since we are in contact with her all the time, and she's the one who knew when the Germans came for him, where they buried him, and she organized to have a stone put up.
Yes.
And she was wonderful. And every year when we go there, we go to the grave, put a stone there,
Yes.
and visit this lady.
Oh, that is a lovely story, isn't it? How
Veď
nice.
to ona písala.
Yeah.
She wrote
you
about
get that?
him in the
It's
newspaper.
most of it.
Yes. Yes.
Tento človek.
This person so wanted to live. That's the title of this.
Oh, is that the title?
Yes. He was 32 when he committed
A to sú,
suicide.
že ten hrob sme spolu nechali postaviť.
Yes,
Ja,
and he and this lady put this, what do you call it, this disc up for him. You know,
A plaque.
A plaque,
up
yes.
for him. Oh, he did more than a plaque, he sort of the grave, you know, the stone
Yes,
and
the
everything.
headstone.
Yes, the
to je v
gravestone.
tých novinách. To
Bojovnik, the fighter,
Ah,
which is a
Yes.
local paper for people who were anti-fascist, who were fighting against this regime.
yes.
And they give out a paper every month, I think.
Because
when
there were partisans.
Oh, there were
weren't
some decent people as well. I mean, not
Yes.
everybody, no nation is there, so everybody
What is the
bad,
date of this?
but,
It's 2000, must be July, 6th of July.
protitankové priekopy. Protitankové. Zebrali Židov a Cigánov a oni tam pracovali a vykopali hroby, všetko a robili zákopy, protitankové
oh, I see.
zákopy. Takže tam už sa
It's,
nedá.
it's hardly possible to do anything in Spišská because they did a lot of damage with the tanks. They did their various facades and I don't know what to call it,
Antitanks.
anti-tank,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bombs.
Yes,
Broke up the gravestones.
yes,
Yes.
anti-tank.
Priekopy.
Some sort of defense.
Yes.
And all the tanks went over.
Yeah.
A to robili Židia.
And they took
Plus-
Jews and gypsies for it to do that. You see, because the gypsies and the Jews were persecuted.
Yeah.
The gypsies also.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anybody who wasn't with them was against them, you understand? So it doesn't have to be Jewish or so. As long as you were against them,
A
that's it.
teraz postavili tam garáže na
Oh,
cigánov.
Now
a
they
few
put garages
gravestones.
up there.
To je to, neviem. To je s fašistickými vrahmi. A to je pamätník. tam zahynuli. A decnem
You know.
You know,
You
him,
know the
you
family.
knew him. Yes.
povedz, že tí mali továrňu na liehoviny, Kleinberger.
They had a factory for spirits.
Ja, bývali
Liqueur.
nedaleko. Liqueur.
Ah.
Nathaniel Ben Haver Šimon Kleinberger. I 7 year
You were 7 years old when he died.
died.
Yes, yes. And I wanted two more over the page.
Somebody really went to a great deal of...
Spišská Nová Ves,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, from the museum.
Kardoš.
Yes, nice.
Nevidím dobre.
Neviem, čo mám robiť.
It's difficult to read, isn't it? Yeah.
Saltherz.
Hier,
Ruth.
Frau Salherz.
Saliherz.
Salherz.
Ja som našiel taký kameň.
In German.
Ja som našiel od ten Simon Polak. Simon Polak, zlomený kameň, pekný kameň.
I found the
Ale
stone of
zlomený.
Simon Polak broken.
Ah,
Ida Polak.
Ida Polak.
yeah. That was his wife.
Polak, od Joška Polak. Tam leží, ja som to odfotil. Tiež po nemecky. Here, Ruth.
Photographed it in German. Because you see, before the First World War, it was Austria-Hungarian and
Yes.
Czechoslovakia was only formed in 1918 after the war.
Yes.
So a lot of people, and particularly as we are surrounded by Germany and Austria and Hungary,
Yes.
a lot of influence is still there. And the
Yes.
older generation had either German or Hungarian schools.
Yes.
Here is, to je vchod do cintorína.
And this is
To
the
je
entrance
vchod.
to the cemetery.
Tu sú garáže.
Yes,
Tu
the
je.
garage is here now.
To je.
Kto tu najem?
A to je-
Vitman znáš, Klitman neznáš.
Čo by nie?
Áno?
Pravda, mali železný obchod.
Oh, they had this one, Vitman, They had a shop with ironmongers.
A vidíš, tu je malá reťazka s malým zámkom.
And this is only locked with a little
this
chain.
there.
Oh, so you can get in.
Whereas here, I don't know whether the same, but in Harrow and Wembley Synagogue, the liberal one,
Yes.
they have to guard it like mad.
Yes.
It's so sad, really.
It is, isn't it?
Is
So
teatr,
Andrew could break it.
teatr, restaurant, very nice here.
I think
We
that's
went
what-
in there,
We
didn't
went
we?
in there.
To shelter from the rain.
Yes.
Erika,
Yes.
ten dom,
Yes. And he lives in Israel, and he wants to had a hell of a job to sell it because it was so dilapidated.
So this
but I
is the,
think
this
he
is the
sold it
friend's
now.
house.
Yes.
Can you put your finger on
This.
this one? Ah.
Yes.
And the friend's name is?
Kaufteil.
Mr. Kaufteil.
And he's now in Israel.
He's in Israel, an old gentleman. Town
Primat,
hall, the town hall,
Oh, town hall.
where the mayor is.
Mary here.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
This is the town hall.
Yes.
And underneath it is the cellar. And in the cellar, they were locked in until they were deported.
Right.
A nie Żydia, I gojem tam.
Also, not only Jews, but people who were not with them, who were against.
Yes.
Tu jeho, tak my sme boli dolu, tu bola policia.
The police was in it on
Police
the right-hand
station.
side.
Tu.
Police station.
Za mojich čias.
In his
Dneska už to nie.
Now it's separate, of course.
Dneska to slúži
Now it's
reprezentačne.
you know, like our town hall.
Dneska len primátor tu sedel na kancelárii. A on ťa vzal tu do tej veľkej sieni,
Yes,
pamätáš
yes,
sa? A vtedy, keď prišla nejaká veľká osobnosť, tu je ten Spišská a z okolia, to bol ten veľký transport, 1052 osoby. 1050 zo spišských kasární. Tam nás koncentrovali.
1942.
Počkaj. No a koncentrovali všetkých Židov, okrem tých, čo mali výnimku. Ako my a takí a rôzne. Koncentrovali vlastne všetkých a potom začali prepúšťať. Potom ostali bytí. Tak začala verejná dražba židovského majetku. Vieš, čo je to verejná
Ja
dražba?
viem, yes.
Židia nechali majetky,
Ja viem,
domy
ja rozumiem.
a tí čakali na to, aby len vybrali Židov
Áno.
a potom
Musím to
rozdelili.
prekladať teraz už. Hej.
K tej Tora. Preci bola synagóga, bola to. A v jednom židovskom byte, keď sa nemýlim, že to bolo u pána Fuchsa, lebo bol som tam s mojím otcom raz.
No.
A tam sústredili všetky náboženské veci. Sefer Torah, modlitebné knihy, chamúšeme a Biblia, všetko v jednej tak nahádzali celé kopie a tam boli aj Sifrej Torah. Kam ich potom zebrali, pán Boh vie, a takto pravdepodobne sa dostali.
So in 1942, when there was a big transport of all the families, they also all the flats were emptied and all their houses, all their residences, and they went there and they took all the stuff there and they auctioned it for next to nothing. And of course the inhabitants.
The Hintergard.
The inhabitants of the town, the others, yes, and they were waiting for this auction to buy cheaply. But Mr. Fuchs, who belonged to the community, took all the things that belonged in the synagogue and put them into his flat. Whether they found them there, and then the Torahs came. He doesn't know, but that is where all the belongings of the synagogue.
He tried to keep them safe.
In this Mr. Fuchs's flat.
Nie, ten pán Fuchs nemá nič spoločné.
Nie, ja som povedala do jeho bytu.
To je, keď sa pamätám správne.
So we want to try and
Keď sa
find
správne.
a Fuchs family.
The
don't
Fuchs,
we?
yes. Did any Fuchs family
He
survive?
didn't take it or anything. He just.
He was not Jewish, Mr. Fuchs.
Fuchs, ja.
Oh, he was Jewish.
Ja. On tiež išiel do transportu.
He also went in the transport.
right.
It was all put into
Yeah.
his house.
All right. And did any of his family survive?
Niekto prežil z tých Fuchsových.
Hej, jeho vnúčky sú v Izraeli.
His granddaughters are in Israel.
Aj dcera, ale tam myslím posledne zomrela.
I have a daughter as well, but he thinks she died recently.
Ale dve vnúčky, Erika
He's
a
got-
Agi.
He has two granddaughters, Erika and Agi. And yes, the Rauchberger that was here in London was married to Agi. And she was, I forget now, she had a Hungarian name, she came from Bratislava. And we visited her, that was from the Rauchberger family. But I have a feeling he was called Otto, but maybe I'm wrong.
A musí byť ešte jeden, keď tá Mauzy žije, tak ona mala brata Waltera. A čo je s ním?
And there should be also Walter Rauchberger alive.
Čo je s ním? To bol brat od tej Mauzy.
Yes,
A
that
keď
was the
oni sa
brother-
zachránili, oni
brother
sú
of
ešte...
this
To som neosvetila.
You'll have a lot